So today is June 19th, 2019. I'm happy to do this video for you. Hopefully I can demonstrate. My voice is still a little weird, but I'm getting there. So today I wanted to give you two brand new exercises that are going to help with a number of things. One is that sustain that we're talking about, that we like when we hear singers that we like. So again, what I'm trying to do is identify what you really like in voices, what you really think is singing, so to speak, because I think you're singing, but what you hear as singing, and then to identify those elements and then help you feel more confident in those elements so that eventually you go, okay, yeah, I sound like I'm singing. I sound kind of like those people. You picked a great song for yourself, House of the Rising Sun, just beautiful, perfect for you, frankly. The artist, I forgot the artist who sang the version that you sent me. It's really cool, a lot like you, which is excellent, and just beautiful. And I'm sure you can play a really cool guitar with it, which I recommend. Just again, because it's a prop, because it's a distraction from singing, which is good for people like you, for people like me, but for people like you, because it distracts, and your voice often does very well when it's not thought about. C.S. Lewis, okay, so this is a little bit of a side thing, but C.S. Lewis talks about how when humans think about something, they can't think of it for very long, because what happens is the human mind starts to think about the fact that we are thinking about it, right? We reflect on the fact that we're thinking about that thing. And then it's this weird cycle. And then we think about the fact that we are thinking about the thing that we're thinking about. And like, it's just a weird thing that happens. So he concludes that oftentimes it's better just to put something on the back burner. It's part of the reason I always talk about that, because I think it does work. I think he's right. And I've seen it work with my students. So anyway, the guitar thing, great, because you can just kind of do it. So the House of the Rising Sun, play it, sing it and play it with your guitar. And what I want you to do beforehand is to put your hands on your ribs in lieu of that breathing strap that I have here. For as long as I possibly can. Okay, so that's your goal, is to make that S sound as long as you can. Try it first for 12 beats, 8 beats maybe, and then 12 beats, and then 16 beats, and go from there. See what happens. The reason I did this is because your goal is going to be not just to do the S as long as possible, but you're going to be able to do that because you're going to keep your ribs expanded for as long as possible, right? Rather than caving in, which is what your body naturally wants to do. So keeping everything expanded and full and open for as long as possible. Eventually, yes, your ribs are just going to not have any air in them. But keep this expanded as long as possible. That's going to get a really nice sustain. The other thing, so that's, in other words, what I want you to do before that S thing, a few times before you start House of the Rising Sun, singing and playing the guitar, making your own version, of course, going as slowly as you like. And then, in any case, I'm going to show you two new exercises, again, that are going to deal with the breath, the sustain that I'm talking about, that's so important, and also ultimately control over the voice. I don't usually like that word, but I know what people mean when they say it, and I know that my students use it. Control, I prefer the word command over the voice. And this idea that you have a say over what's happening rather than just sort of being at the mercy of whatever your voice wants to do. Your voice is fickle. Our voices are very fickle. Day to day, weird things happen. It's kind of a mysterious part of the body, even for doctors. But we can have some command by doing stuff like this. So I'm going to start you kind of low. First, just go all over the place. Low, high, middle. Just random. Okay. E, but a very relaxed E, not E. This moves a little bit when I do that staccato thing, right? And I'll do it one more time. Now you. It's going to change a little bit here. That's okay. One more. Now, the second one, a whole scale up and down. I think we've tried this before. Let's try it again. This one's just going to be on ooh, Alex, but really lazy ooh. Ooh, ooh. So I say ooh because that's how we say it in English, but you're not going to sing like you. In this case, you're not going to sing like you speak. I always tell you to. But in warm-ups, we don't. I have my students do more of a classical style, I guess you would say, with their warm-ups. But then when you go to sing, make sure it sounds just like how you talk. But on warm-ups, nice, loose, lazy. Ooh. Now you. Let it change. It'll be different. Okay, now that may seem a little fast at first, but just keep trying. Your voice can go plenty fast. It just sounds a little bit fast when I'm playing it, I know. Okay, so lastly, what I'd like you to do is that Long Black Train song. I'm so glad you like it. That Long Black Train song, when you look at it, when you listen to it, when you try it yourself, I want you to go ahead and try it. Just kind of sing along with him. Part of the reason I like him is because he has that deep voice that you can identify with on some level. And it's also a very calm voice, if you know what I mean. There's something very centered about him, which is you too. I mean, you have that too. But I want you to tap into that even more, because I think that's going to help you with sustain and real sort of singing. At the same time, I want you to notice that Josh, as he sings the song, Long Black Train, he isn't doing anything really fancy as far as singing. I mean, he's really, if you can find somewhere, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube, an interview of Josh Turner talking, just an interview of him, like, oh, we're interviewing singer Josh Turner. I want you to watch that and then listen to the song. It's very similar. And in a lot of ways, when you hear him sing it, it sounds like he's not even doing anything. He doesn't have a lot. It's not like he's doing anything really vibrant or high, obviously, because he's a low voice. He's just sort of singing calmly. He's sustaining speech. I don't even hear vibrato in his voice, right? The natural flutter in the voice. I don't even hear that, at least in the song, maybe. But I don't even hear that. That's a classic, characteristic of singing. He's very speech level singing here. And I want you to hear how great that is, right? So he's not doing anything fancy or special. There's sustain, yes, there's support, but he's really just singing comfortably where he's already talking, where he already speaks probably during the day, which is part of why I really like him. There's so many singers who sound a certain way when they talk and then sound completely different when they sing. Part of that has to do with production, yes, but part of that is like making up a voice. So a lot of people make up voices when they go to sing. I don't want you to do that. Even when we make an effort to, improve your voice and have you be more singy, less talky, I don't want you to lose that sense. So that's what I want you to listen for with Josh. Like I said, try to find an interview with him, just him talking for a couple minutes, and then the song. You'll hear it's very similar. He does a great job of keeping the integrity of his voice. And it's just a great song. It's a great song. It's a very simple song, I think, in a lot of ways. And I think resting in that is really cool. Rather than feeling we have to do anything else or anything special. That is special, right? Singing a simple song is special. There's nothing more we have to do. That's hard for us to accept. I know that very well. I know that. But it's true. And that singing just that comfortably in a comfortable range in our voice is enough. So that's part of my goal with that song too. And then, of course, House of the Rising Sun. Same deal, making it your own kind of rich, dark version, I think will be really, really cool. I'm excited to hear both next week. So we'll work on both songs next week. And I'm going to try to remember these exercises so that we can work on them again, so I can reinforce them again. Thanks.